Hello, welcome to Off the Shelf Reviews. It's Gaming Friday. I'm Gary.
And I'm here for all your brains.
And today we are taking a look at Destroy All Humans, which came out on the 21st of June 2005. It was developed by Pandemic and published by THQ and was originally released on the PlayStation 2 and the original Xbox, I believe. Since then, most of the other sequels and this game have had re-releases on subsequent consoles.
Yeah.
Now, Pandemic Studios is just a bygone era of gaming, you know. Pandemic Studios, they made the original Star Wars Battlefront in 2005. They released Full Spectrum Warrior.
Oh, wow.
The last game they ever made was The Saboteur.
Oh, that's an amazing game.
Absolutely legendary studio. Unfortunately for them, they were one of the ones that got brought out by EA and then subsequently shut down by EA. I do know that some of the developers from Pandemic ended up at 343 Studios, which are, making the latest Halo game series.
Yeah.
I believe some of the other staff ended up at BioWare. But yeah, legendary studio that doesn't exist anymore and made classic games like Destroy All Humans. And it's pretty much an action-adventure game where you play as the alien invader called Crypto, a member of the Furon race who has been tasked with harvesting human DNA and Furon DNA subsequently from humans in the process of being able to continue cloning your species. So this is your character right now in the opening intro, Crypto.
Yeah.
Who has now landed at Roswell.
This is area. Yeah.
And you'll be taken to area 51, although in this game I think it's area 42.
So he just destroyed their rocket that they were sending up?
Oh, it was a nuke that I believe they were testing, and you just kind of drunkenly flew above it.
Right, drunkenly.
Yes.
Okay. Well, I'm liking my character already.
As we're going to figure out here, now you are the same character on the right as the one who just died.
Okay.
And because this species, as we find out throughout the game and the backstory, is that the Furon race, eons ago, went to war with the race on Mars.
Okay.
Which subsequently left Mars a barren landscape, a dead planet.
Yeah.
But in that war, the Furons, due to radiation, have all lost their genitals. So the only way they can now procreate and continue their species is by cloning.
Okay,
Now, your character, I think, is like on the 146th or 147th clone.
Yeah, of course.
Now, as the cloning process continues, the character's intelligence is degrading along with their clone pool gene bank.
Yeah, I get it.
So they're getting stupid, like flying above nuclear missiles.
Yeah.
I don't know, it explains the aliens, around the Cold War era where all the UFOs turned up above the White House or whatever, above DC. And it's just they were just drunk.
Yeah. Party! Woo!
And so that explains why... it also explains that the humans have also been secretly... They have Furon DNA in them, which is what makes them good harvesting material to refill the Furon gene pool again.
Right,
So that's why you're tasked with processing humans, because they have human and Furon DNA. And that's pretty much it.
Yeah, he looks real angry here. I mean... I'm just ready to go down there and just mess up
and
some humans. Yeah, because I'd always heard of this game, but I'd never had a chance to play it. Nobody I knew bought Destroy All Humans.
I played Destroy All Humans Path of the Furon, which came out in 2008 and was the last one in the series. There was Destroy All Humans 2 in 2006, and that was on PS2 and Xbox. Then there was Destroy All Humans Big Willy Unleashed. which came out in 2008, and that was a Wii exclusive.
Man, I should have got it for the Wii.
And then there was Destroy All Humans Path of Furon, which was the last one. Now, the scores for the games subsequently dropped with each release.
Yeah.
The first one was a 74-76. The second one was a 74. This is out of 100 on Metacritic.
Yeah.
The Big Willy one was down to a 53.
Well, it's on the Wii.
Out of 100 on the Wii.
Took a hit.
And the Path of the Furon was down to a Metacritic score of 34 out of 100. And I hated it. I played Path of the Furon and I was like, I don't see what was all the big fuss about the series of games, because it's fucking awful.
Well, I mean, we tested play this before we started, and now from this opening level, this takes me back to Stubbs the Zombie.
Absolutely, it's the same time period.
Yeah, 1950s time period. You
play as the
villain coming out. Yeah. There's this whole story going on, and I suppose I was more into Stubbs, and I think a lot of other people were, where. This has got this whole class nostalgic view of I've got this tiny little open level here, and I can go and fuck shit up.
Pretty much, yeah, yeah. And it's all set in that, 1959 America. The game's split up across 6 locations.
Oh, nice.
There's obviously you got the farm area. There's a town in Nebraska.
Yeah.
There's Area 42, not 51.
Yeah.
There's an industrial city area. There's Washington D.C. inspired area, so you can go to the White House. And then, of course, you got the Furon Mothership, which is sort of like the hub area. It's not actually an explorable area, it's just filled with menus.
Right.
And that's where you'll be basically choosing your next mission, doing your upgrades, and replaying back any of the extra content, some of the cutscenes.
It's a chicken! I'm just going to run up over here. The game just easily brings you into it, with these little snippets
it's a very good tutorial system,
using your L1 to scan the brains. What's this animal thinking? I don't know what this creature is.
It's clearly the dominant life form on the planet.
Well, it's the first one I come across, of course. No. And like I said, it's the interacting of the levels. So now I've got my psychic ability. I can now scan things.
Yeah. You can also, use your telekinesis and psychokinesis and all the other kinesises.
I always knew the little greys were up to something. They don't probe people for nothing.
No. I mean, they are the classic alien type. You'd think that they would just be lost in the sea of imagery of things that we have for the greys, but no, these aliens are still quite unique. You'll see you'll see these aliens and you'll know these are the ones from Destroy All Humans. Not the ones from XCOM.
It does make me think of XCOM. I want to shotgun him right in the head and just watch green blood spray everywhere.
So with each of the sort of the major locations in the game, it's not massively open world, but each of those, because none of those locations are connected to each other. You can't just get in the UFO and just fly. But you'll go back to the mothership and then go down to each of those. Each of those areas are fairly large. But, you're not looking at Grand Theft Auto size cities.
No. For your standard PS2, L1 triangle. Oh, L1. I can't remember which of the buttons are. For your standard PS2 Xbox levels, this is actually quite big. For that time. And I suppose, did you say there was a remake possibly coming out?
There is a remake coming out in 2020, yes.
That would be a lot bigger one.
It's going to be on the Unreal Engine 4. It looks very promising. And
bye, Cal.
The one thing that all of the games in the series has done and done well is the relationship with Crypto, Pox, who we saw in the other cut sequence, and their dialogue, the humor. The self-parodying that just comes with the dialogue in this game, the jokes. It is so cartoony. And it just, it calls on the parody. Your knowledge of sci-fi, alien invasion movies in particular.
I mean, Pox kind of reminds me of the Prophet of Truth. From Halo. I suppose it's that weird thing that he's got around his head.
Yeah.
Oh, I love playing with cows.
Mutilate the cows.
Fire. Where'd it go? There it is. Oh,
10 points.
I haven't even got my guns out yet. It's even better. I mean, I can only imagine that, like, the wider levels where it's just like you have to collect X amount of DNA and you've got all these things coming after you as well.
The game is relatively short, but it does throw hurdles at you. Like, you cannot progress now until you acquire a certain amount of human DNA, then you can progress and unlock the next level. And so it just kind of forces you to go and play around. Even if you've completed the mission, you have to go around and just, play the game.
Well, you want to get those upgrades, don't you?
You know? Do, yeah. You get upgrades for all the different weapons and abilities, except for jetpack. There's no jetpack upgrades.
Oh.
But yeah, you have your Zap-O-Matic, which is your electric kind of ray gun.
Yeah.
You will unlock an anal probe. You'll unlock a disintegrator ray.
Nice.
And ion detonators, as well as having your psychokinesis and then your holographic technology, which you'll use to imitate humans and their appearances so that you can stealthily maneuver around the government sort of locations.
Yeah.
So you'll take the command of, I don't know, a man in black and go wandering around the army HQ to carry out missions and rescue, other aliens. So even though it's destroy all humans, it's not really that much of an alien invasion.
Yeah, it's just one guy.
It's just
with
one
a
guy.
Gun. The humans are pretty stupid in this game, actually.
Yes, they are. And, like the holographic tech that you can get.
There is.
I mean, you can also brainwash people, manipulate people into doing like the chicken dance.
Yeah.
And that causes other people to come over and join in doing the chicken dance. So you're in an army base and half the squadron are just doing the chicken dance for shits and giggles. Yeah. And that enables you to sneak in and, go undetected. Now, the game does also, in order to extend its length, it's all easy and it's all fun and it's all laughter right here at the beginning.
Yeah.
But you get an hour into the game, 2 hours into the game, and it gets unapologetically difficult. It
Really?
gets ball-bustingly, frustratingly hard.
What, with like the army turning up?
With the army turning up and all the tanks turning up, and they're firing mini nukes at you. And you're just watching the hull of your saucer get taken down. And you've spent, 20 minutes, 30 minutes on the level.
Yeah.
And your saucer blows up. You die. You get recloned. You start the mission from the beginning. This game has no checkpoints. And it has long missions.
It's those days, Gary, those days.
And so it extends the length of the game.
Yeah.
Because you're replaying the same mission. And then you get irritated because you're listening to the same dialogue over and over and over, and even though you laughed the first time and you kind of chuckled the third time, by the 8th time you're just like, oh god, skip scene, like move on, I just want to progress. And the game is that good that you want to progress because you want to see the next cutscene, you want to have hear the next joke, you want to see the next location, and so the game really does, for my opinion, just miss the mark of perfection by just having those issues where it's a little bit grindy that you have to get DNA, and then if you die, you have to redo the whole mission again. It's a little bit frustrating, but yeah, at the time,
that's why they're going for a remake, to maybe throw those things in.
At the time, it kind of worked, but replaying the game today, you see the invisible walls that have been put up around you.
Yeah. Yeah, it's like stay inside this little enclosure and do what the mission tells you. You're like, I just want to kill everything, but you're so friggin' hard. Yeah,
and it's one of those things where you're just like, I've got a flying saucer. I just want to fly around and blow everything up.
Yeah.
But it's like, no, you have to go back on land and walk around as the alien again. It's like, I don't want to do that. See, I just want to go around and blow up farmhouses.
This is the trouble I had with playing with the saucer a couple minutes ago when we were practicing, is you cannot move up and down.
No.
It's literally just this...
Which does make maneuvering and trying to avoid all these rockets and
very
blasts
difficult
coming at you really taxing.
Because I mean the tanks and stuff. Oh, I'm going to destroy the police car.
Sure.
the tanks and stuff are pretty good shots, and you've got to time it by swinging left. But if you've got one on your left, one
especially
on your right,
if they're homing as well,
they're multiples. Yeah,
it gets really annoying. I think the only thing that you cannot blow up is rocks and trees, Ian. I think everything else is fair game.
Yeah, I know. I'm just.
You do have a couple of weapons. Obviously, you've got the Death Ray, which you're taking full advantage of right now.
Yeah.
Which is pretty much your basic attack. You just burn and destroy everything. You do have an Abducto Beam.
Yeah.
Which is pretty much a tractor beam for picking things up and then hurling them over great distances. Later on, you will also get a sort of nuclear weapon. And then you'll also end up with the Quantum Deconstructor.
Oh shit, what the fuck's that? Whoa.
That's a tank.
That's a fucking...
That's just blast fire.
That's an anti-aircraft.
Yeah. I do like the way it escalates from kind of the police to the army to like full grown. I mean, the army in this game ends up with like future tech.
Yeah.
You know, they've got like Tesla beam weapons out of like Command and Conquer.
Yeah.
And that's because they explain that they've retrofitted the Furon technology from the crashed UFO that they got from the opening cut sequence.
I didn't realize how big this level was for me to fly around in. You know, I thought I was just really restricted.
On each of the missions, you will come back and revisit certain areas. So, you know, from here you'll move on into the next area, and then you'll be given the option of what mission you want to do and come back to this area. There are other mission types like just come back and earn DNA.
Yeah, well, that's what that felt like. That felt like the game saying to me, "Okay, you've gone a little bit too far. Go back and finish off the mission that you need to do." And I'm like,
"Sure,
okay, yeah, you're gonna blast me to hell."
I also just didn't like the stealth sequences or the stealth mechanics in the game.
Oh, is there a stealth?
Yeah, a lot. That's what I mean. When you have to go in and then take the appearance of other humans,
and
then cause distractions to make the humans go off and start dancing, whilst you sneak around the base, and you literally are on a stealth mission. Get detected, and it's all hell breaks loose.
Well,
and then you die, and then you have to restart again.
You gotta have the skills, though, Gary. You gotta have the skills.
Yeah. So sometimes with the stealth mechanic, it just felt like a little bit luck based.
Yeah, you're not exactly, you know, Metal Gear Solid. You're an alien running around making people dance. And...
Yeah, when you have a glitchy holographic kind of tech that's just blinking on and off. Revealing, you know, the alien underneath.
Yeah.
A little bit annoying, but still.
Watch out for the tanks. So you just got as soon as they fire, you've just got to literally slide.
Just keep moving.
I was even moving on
damage.
That one. Yeah. I got me again. Right, where's it? One up here, one. Oh, multiple shots.
Yeah.
It kind of does make me think of those old school arcade games playing as the...
Absolutely, yeah. And that was one of my big appeals about it, was a 3D version of those with, you know, destructible physics with everything that can explode and... Yeah.
Missile command. Oh, don't... Ah, got him. Nice. So many tanks all over the place.
It's just early days. I'm telling you, it gets hellish.
And there was no setting choosing at the beginning.
There's no difficulty mods. No, you just play the game as intended, and of course it has its own difficulty curve. I love these guys. Men in Black. Yeah, that guy there is just an idiot. And that's the thing I like about the game the most is the dialogue. The voice acting is also really good.
Yeah.
For the aliens, for the stupid humans. And it just makes you want to play more. It makes you want to get to the next cutscene and listen to the dialogue. It was what they, you know, the dialogue is their specialty in this, and I didn't expect that of Pandemic, you know, because a lot of their other stuff's kind of pretty serious, kind of talky stuff.
Well, yeah, but they wrote good scripts for them.
Yes, they did. They really did. But I just didn't expect them to embrace this kind of comical nature. You know, full force, you know, go full tilt with it. But it really works with the fact that, you know, one of the main idea creators for the game didn't really want to make a game where you're just killing humans left, right, and centre.
That's it. You've got a very tough kind of, story to tell, haven't you? Right, you're an alien. Go. What are you doing? What makes him stand out from everybody else?
It's all like an Independence Day kind of alien. It's just war of the worlds.
You know, but it feeds into that whole aspect of, hey, I just want to run around and anal probe people.
Right.
You know, that's what I'm going for. See these people over? Oh, this guy over here is totally...
It's anal probing time.
Anal probing time. You know, and it's kind of old school as well. His brain just explodes out the top of his head as he poops. Oh, guess what, girl? Run, Sarah.
Bad day to come to the farm store.
Oh!
I just love their ragdolling physics. They just bend over and flop in unnatural ways.
And then you got all these little secrets to find as well.
Yeah, they give you a big boost of DNA. And they're scattered across every map.
There you are, Gary.
Hiding behind that tree.
Come with me. You want the DNA? Like I want to throw them out into the river, but I want the DNA.
Yeah.
I want the DNA. Oh, I want that DNA over there. Bounce, bitch. Bounce. Yeah, all those times I was watching X-Files, this is what I imagine aliens were doing.
Secretly, yeah.
Yeah, secretly.
Just anal probing and just throwing humans through the woods.
Yeah, just collecting DNA. Right, actually, I do want to go to the Mothership so I can look at some of the upgrades.
Sure, yeah. Well, most of them are for your weaponry.
Yeah. I'm
just
gonna
extends the bar.
Chicken. Chicken. Come here, little chicken.
Chickens can fly.
I'm gonna get that farm. I'm on my 250 DNA, man.
Yeah.
I'm not going anywhere about it. Ready?
Well, the game's not going to let you.
I missed them. Nice.
So right now you can pick up cows and hay bales, but when you upgrade it, eventually you will be able to pick up heavier things like the tractor and throw them at people. Also makes for great shield as well.
Yeah. Oh God. It's trying to tell how far they are. But no, don't.
Oh, don't die.
Behind the tree. Rejuvenate.
Yeah, he kind of got like a halo health rejuvenation.
There we go. Oh,
Did he just multiply? I thought it was only 2 of them.
There was 3 of them. I just ran into one of them as I was running. That's right. Thin them out, lads. And you, my friend, into the tree. Line up and fire. Power. Extract your brains, and then I'm going to head back to the mothership.
So the controls for the game are pretty straightforward. You know, switch weapons, fire weapons, jump. You do have a small kind of jetpack, which gives you a sort of limited kind of boost.
Yeah,
it's useful on some missions for jumping up onto the rooftops of buildings to help you get away.
That is a core mechanic as well. Is you've got to watch your health. You know, I don't know if obviously through
and
leveling
the concentration bars. Yeah.
Yeah, the concentration bar is another thing. Yeah, I know. I just want more brains. Brains. Have I got everybody's brains here? Did I get? Oh no, extract that one. And you know, you have to level up, which I don't know from hearing about what you said about the difficulty. You know, just being super hard.
Yeah. It's not going to give you that much extra
advantage
over them.
You know, you do want to.
You'll take whatever tools you can get. Yeah.
You do want to obviously. I don't know if there's a specific way to upgrade certain things. Like, do you want to do your telekinesis first and then your shields, or if you upgrade your health? I'm going to look at it now.
Sure.
But hopefully, in the second one, it's just like right now you can upgrade your ship.
Yes.
And get some stronger weapons. How do I get back to?
I think if you press start and then return to Mothership.
Oh no. And there's a lot of history as well behind it with the handbook.
Yes, you can get the history. There's a game report which basically just tells you about all the chickens you've murdered and cows you've mutilated and people you've anal probed.
No, go back.
There is in the extra features as well the behind the scenes sort of video, which is a live action video of the army preparing for an alien invasion.
Yeah,
it's really goofy. It's really funny.
Oh, I forgot. No, I can't get it yet. So.
Researching new weapons.
Research new weapon. I can't unlock these ones yet.
Everything's unavailable right now.
No, I've got to do a couple of missions first before I can get anything. Okay. I'll do one more mission for you.
Sure.
Earthwormen are delicious.
Earth girls are easy.
See, on each level as well, and there were little gold markers that I'm guessing give you specific
They're like
side
mini
quests.
tasks. Yeah. And again, they're just game extenders, just to get you to play around, just mess around in the environment a little bit more.
Yeah, get some more
destroy
DNA.
A certain amount of cows.
Get the highest
get
score.
More DNA. Yeah.
But I mean, as Crypto, you play as Crypto in all of them.
Yes,
and he just
or different clones of him.
And does he make a difference, or does he just anal probe everybody?
He's the same throughout. Right. I mean, and I think Big Willie Unleashed is when one of the games Crypto and Pox run a casino called Space Dust,
right?
And in another one they run a restaurant. So yeah, because they kind of at the end of the game, spoilers, you take over the president and become the president of Earth.
Okay,
that is the ending of the game. You literally mind control and take over the president, and so now basically Furons are running the planet. But then, for whatever reason, you end up running a restaurant or a casino. Yeah.
Okay.
I think the Path of the Furon does go push the whole massive alien invasion angle a lot heavier, and it's something that I wish there was more of. But no, it was kind of a case of we'll take over the planet from the inside without the army of UFOs. But yeah, this is what I mean about the holographic tech.
Yeah, use your cortex scan ability to gain concentration there by allowing you to remain disguised for longer.
Yeah.
Right. Okay. suck the thoughts and concentration out of people.
Yeah, because of course you can read everybody's minds.
Right.
And a lot of people all seem to have the same thing on their minds.
Whoa.
No, got too close.
Oh man, right, okay. Holobob. Right, look at him, and there we go. Okay.
Nice.
He's gonna get hit by. I was hoping he was gonna get hit by that car. Get out of the road, man. So scan
so you
him.
can scan him. I think that reads his mind.
That guy's a smarty pants. Give me the dumber candidate every time. I voted for Huffman.
There's actually a couple of moments in the game where you take over humans, and then you have to give like speeches to crowds of people. You have to convince them that the alien threat's not real, and do a cover-up as the alien, as the person giving the speech. And it does actually give you multiple choices as to what you want to say.
Right.
And people do react differently to what you have to say. You know, it's just a couple of little gimmicky moments that break up the gameplay. And you're just like, I'm surprised that's a feature in the game. Yeah. The game does have a few surprises for you as you play through, but...
He is in a,
that's a guy there doing the speech now, yeah.
I do just want to kill everybody.
I know. That's the limitation. That's the thing with it. It's like, you're like, I just want to get in the UFO and blow everybody up. But yeah.
But there's missions, there's stories, there's things to do. I'm just scanning everybody's brain so that I can stay in my...
Man, Margaret. Just roughed a little old lady for jaywalking.
So this is what Elliot meant by a life of quiet desperation. Thanks a lot.
I just, right at the beginning, you just want to explore all of these characters and listen to what they have to say.
Yeah. all the characters just scripted out. I'm marry Miss Rockwell, but instead I gotta sit here hour after hour, day after day, watching this dang wheel
go up and down, round and round.
I'm gonna try this marker over here. What's this marker over here? Okay.
Yes. Like proteins from the primordial
Right.
ooze. A pattern is emerging.
So, I mean, before we get into the closing of the video, I'm just going to say that this is a game that I do recommend.
Yeah.
Although, because it's at this point in time where a remake is coming out next year, that it probably will be a considered purchase, especially if you have the nostalgia for these games. That, going back to them now, I kind of left wanting more after some of the dull missions and after some of the DNA grinding. And it was definitely a fun revisitation for a few hours. But yeah, it gets a little bit tedious, and without some of those checkpoints and losing that progress, it can be a hindrance to the enjoyment of the game. But running this game off an emulator now, because I don't have the game anymore. And I sold my sold my other copies of it because Path of the Furon really put me off the franchise. So with a long break, I think there's definitely space for the remake. I'm quite excited for it.
Oh, mission. Yeah, I can just return to Mothership, can I? As we close up, I definitely do recommend this game, but I don't know if I recommend this version of the game.
Sure, I think Destroy All Humans 2, I think I did enjoy that one a little bit more. But Path of the Furon was the one that I played the most and was the one that I hated the
Over
most.
The wall, yes. Yeah, I always wanted to do it, and it just takes me back to, obviously, like I said, Stubbs the Zombie, being the monster, running around, throwing this guy around.
It's a game like Stubbs the Zombie, which I think is mostly forgotten as well. Stubbs the Zombie could have been a franchise, needs an update.
Yeah, definitely needs an update. Having all this extra abilities, the psycho, the telekinesis, being able to just mess around. I know I have to restart the mission, and I'll probably be doing this when I'm frustrated, like, oh god damn it, you made me kill everybody again. But it's alright.
It's a stress reliever.
Yeah, just return to the mothership. See, hey, Mr. Police Officer, come here. I'm gonna.
It's time for a probing.
Yeah, it's probe time for you, Mr. Police Officer. Oh, pop. Yeah.
It's great animation.
I definitely recommend it.
Nice.
Oh, you got hit by a car.
We're waiting to see it happen. We missed it. So yeah, on that note, I'm going to bring this video to a close. I just want to say thanks for watching, everyone. We'll be back next Friday to look at another video game. Of course, new film reviews on Thursdays. You can find us on Facebook, on Twitter, and on Patreon. Thanks for watching, everyone. See you next time.
Take it easy. I want your brain. No, I want my other gun.
Zap-O-Matic!
And then throw the body.